How's it going, everybody? My name is Chase Teep and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over the first, most important, and maybe the most difficult step on the path towards becoming a financial minimalist. If it wasn't for this one step, I would never be in the position that I'm in today myself. That's kind of one of the reasons why I'm making this video. I would never be in the position that I'm in to be able to pay off my student loans. I would never be in this position where I can start my own YouTube channel. I would never be in the position where I just kind of enjoy and am happy with my finances and everything that I spend and save money and the way that I do all of that. None of that would have been possible if it wasn't for this one step. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm making this video, because I love the feeling of knowing where I'm at financially and where I stand. That's an amazing feeling. And hopefully by the end of this video, you yourself can be a little bit closer towards that feeling. That would be amazing if I could help you get even a little bit closer towards that goal. So by the end of this video, I want you to know exactly what this one step is and how you can implement it in your life. I'm going to be giving you basically a 5-step to-do list so that you can immediately take what I'm going to tell you about in this video and implement it in your life yourself, so that not only do you know what it is, but you're also using it towards whatever financial goals you have in the future, whether you want to be a financial minimalist. That's the title of this video. But it's the exact same goal. It's the exact same step that you need to take to become a millionaire, to become a billionaire, to start your own business. Maybe it's to travel the world. Whatever it is, it's the exact same step. That's why it's so important. And without further ado, here's the step. So the first step towards becoming a financial minimalist is this. Look at how much money you make, look at how much money you spend, and make a budget. And I know when I say this, it sounds crazy, simple. It sounds like it's not a big deal. It sounds like something everybody can do. It's not a crazy, mind-blowing thing. And yet, it kind of is. People around the world are apparently just unwilling to do these steps and actually take this first step in this process. And I say that because I was reading an article about how 3 out of 5 Americans, that's 65% of the people in this country, in the USA, who don't make a budget. They don't really look at their finances ever. And this percentage is absolutely corroborated by my friends and family, whether they're older or younger than me, whatever their background is, whether they went to school or did not. They are having the exact same issues, and I found that almost everybody in my life is going through the exact same problem where they're not doing these things, and I never really understood why. And again, this is one of the reasons why I'm making my YouTube channel. I found that I'm very fortunate to be in a position where I understand a lot of these personal finance things, and yet a lot of the people around me maybe don't understand them as well as I do, and I would love to do anything that I can to teach these people, give something that I know and impart a little bit of wisdom and hopefully make their lives a little bit better, because this one step could literally be the difference between you feeling in good standing with your finances or feeling confused and unaware of where you're at and what you should really be aiming for the rest of your life and really what you want to do in the future. This one step can be the difference between knowing what you want to do and what you can do versus not. So there you go. That's the step. That's exactly what you need to know. You need to know how much money you're making, how much money you're spending, and you need to make a budget. This one thing is so important, yet so many people don't do it clearly. So because of that, and because of how unwilling or just how hard it is for people to actually do it, I've got a little 5-step process that should help you be able to implement this step into your life. And instead of just knowing that you need to, actually start doing it. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about for the rest of the video. All right, step number 1 is you need to know exactly how much money you are making. Now, most people do already know this. This is one of the steps that it's probably the easiest. You probably know exactly how much money you're making. If it's hourly, you know how much money you're bringing in hourly. If it's a salary, same exact thing, but over the course of a year. But basically, know how much money you're making and really combine that out. Get averages per month, get averages per week if you can. Do as much as you can to truly understand exactly how much money you are making and what you can take as income and consider it for the next future steps. Step 2 is to know exactly how much money you are spending. This is the step that is much more difficult. Whereas a lot of people know exactly how much money they're making, very few people actually know exactly how much money they're spending, and very few people are willing to even look at that information. That's something that I've noticed. very often firsthand, people are just so scared to actually know how much money they are spending per month, per week, per year. They're scared to even look at that information. This is obviously an issue. I mean, if you don't know exactly how much money you're spending, how can you possibly make a budget? How can you possibly make financial goals for the future, even just for now? You could be making like $100,000 a year and really feel like you're in a good spot, but then go back and spend like $150,000 on a nice car, a house, new clothes, food that all of this you just can't afford. But because you're unwilling to look at your spending habits, you don't know that you're actually spending that much money. That's the issue. And whether or not it applies to everybody, it does apply to most people, that they're spending more than they think they are. It's really crazy and just really bad that people just aren't willing to look at these things. And the more scared you are to look at your spending habits and truly comprehend the amount of money that you're spending, the more important it is that you immediately look at it, because it's not going to just get better on its own. I think that's a thing that a lot of people struggle with. They think that just because they spend money on things, they think that if they make a little bit more money, they'll be fine. Suddenly they'll have enough money, they'll be okay with it. The thing is, these spending problems and honestly financial issues and financial anxiety that comes from not truly understanding where you're at financially, it doesn't just go away on its own. You have to actually take steps towards actively becoming a part of that process and actually changing that process for the better. And it starts with knowing exactly how much money you're spending. Again, I know for a lot of people it's really scary to actually have to do that. But if you really, really, really want to do this, whether you want to be a millionaire or a financial minimalist, you need to know exactly how much money you're spending. All right, and step 3 of this process, once you know exactly how much money you're making and exactly how much money you're spending, you need to put those together and you need to do this one thing. Turn the like button blue. Go hit the like button, turn it from a gray thumbs up to a blue thumbs up. It'll help me a lot. It'll help the YouTube algorithm push this video. It just helps me so much, and I would be extremely grateful if you could take this a couple seconds out of your day and go turn that like button blue. All right, the third step is once you have those two things written down, you know exactly how much money you're making, you know exactly how much money you're spending. And by the way, this can be over the course of a year, a month, a week, a day, 10 years. I don't really care. However you want to look at it is fine, whatever timeline. But the third step, once you know those two things, make a budget. Actually come up with a number that says, I can only spend this amount of money, or I want to be making this amount of money. Budgeting doesn't just have to be saving money in terms of spending less. It can also be maybe trying to make a little bit more, the same type of thing. It's whatever you can do to kind of create a plan financially about where you want to be between now and the end of the year, or maybe just in a few months, or maybe in 5 years, whatever it is. Make a budget so that it's actually something that is set, so that it's actually something that you have a goal, something you can build to. I think that's really important. So make a budget. If you want to only spend maybe $100 per month in going out at restaurants, it's fairly easy to actually create a budget and say, I'm only going to spend $100. But a lot of people just aren't willing to do that. And it's, again, incredibly pertinent if you don't even know how much money you're spending on going out to restaurants. It could be a lot higher than what you actually think it is, and you would never know that information if you hadn't have looked. So again, creating a budget, once you know those two things, is incredibly essential. It will actually allow you to start working towards a goal, and it will allow you to start creating or accomplishing little goals along the way towards a bigger goal in the future, whatever it may be. Step 4 is kind of a continuation of that. Once you've got your budget in place, you need to make a plan, a lifestyle plan, because it's easy to have a budget in place and say, I'm only going to spend $100 per month going out to restaurants. But what you need to do next is make a plan on exactly how you are going to accomplish that goal. I found that the best way to do this is to make each of your goals measurable and also achievable. Don't make it something that you just can't possibly do. If you're currently spending $500 per month going out to eat, and trust me, that happens fairly often. If that's what you spend, you can't just immediately say, I'm going to spend less than $100 in going out this month, because that's crazy. That's a complete change of lifestyle, and most people aren't going to be able to do that much of a 180. So try to make it something that's achievable. Maybe take little baby steps along the way. Don't go for the killer blow right now. Just try and make it little steps, and eventually that'll snowball. But for now, just focus on the little goals, make it achievable, and then make it measurable. If you just say, I want to feel better in a month, yes, you can know exactly, I feel a little bit better than I did at the beginning of the month, but it's better to just make it measurable. Make it so that you want to spend $50 less. You want to make $100 more per week. You want to do something that brings in more income than you're spending on food or rent, anything like that. Whatever it is, you want to make it measurable so that you can look at it step by step as you move along on the process towards completing that goal. You can know whether you're succeeding and whether you're not. And step 5, the final step, and again, probably the most important step out of all of this, is be consistent. Make this a real part of your lifestyle. Make it a routine, not just a dream or something that's kind of far away out of your grasp. Make it a conscious goal and part of your routine. That is the single best way to actually implement this into your life and start down the path towards traveling around the world with the money that you just have in your bank account, or becoming a financial minimalist and loving the way you live your life there, or just becoming a millionaire. Whatever it is, be extremely consistent to the point that it's part of your routine. That's exactly what I was lucky enough to be able to do. And part of the reason that it was like that for me is because I just found that it was so freaking enjoyable. Like, I love finding ways to save money. And it got to the point where it was like living somewhere cheaply or buying as little food as possible over the course of a month. It was fun. It was genuinely something that brought me joy. And again, that's weird and probably kind of twisted to a lot of people. I'm like trying to buy as little food as possible and spend as little food at the grocery store as possible. But it's absolutely something that, and it worked for me because it got into this literal daily, weekly, monthly, even yearly routine that I love sticking to. And so that's exactly what you need. You need to find a way to make this consistent. You know, if you immediately find yourself spending a little bit over the budget or just not even fulfilling the budget at all, and suddenly you're working away from your goals, even for just that 1 month or 1 week or 1 day, whatever it is, that could really be a hindrance to you in actually accomplishing the goal in the long term. So really just try to be as consistent as you possibly can. Fight for that goal. Make it something that you really want. Consider you want to travel around the world and you want to create like $5,000 to do that exact thing. Put pictures of where you're going to travel all around you. Put them on your sink mirror so that you see it every day, somewhere where you see it all the time, and remind yourself why you want to accomplish that goal, and then fight for it. Every single day, fight for that goal. Make this one step of knowing your finances, make it so important to you that you just can't forget about it. And I will say this, a lot of what I've talked about in this episode sounds like it's really big or kind of hard to achieve goals, but in reality, sometimes it's as simple as just looking at these things, and maybe you make a budget, but it's very small and very easy to attain, and then you make a plan that involves something like, I'm going to spend $100 less than I did last month. And even if it's something that's small, but once you accomplish it and it makes you feel happy, that's huge. That's incredibly important, and you can take that into the next month. Just feeling a little bit better about yourself is huge, and especially when it comes to finances, financial anxiety is one of the biggest causes of anxiety just in the world. People are always worried about their finances, about money, about how they're going to how they're going to pay back loans or debt. It's just a really big deal. And if you can do anything in your power to understand your finances a little bit better, that could really help your life in more ways than one. You could find yourself even slightly happier than you were the day before just by looking at how much you spend. And even though the number was bigger than you anticipated, even though it was just as scary as you thought it was going to be, at least now you know. And for a lot of people, that one step can make them feel a little bit happier, like less confused, less anxious. And if that's something that you can accomplish, then that's massive. And I'm very glad that I could help you achieve that goal. So there you go. That is the 5-step process towards implementing this one thing, this one step towards becoming a financial minimalist. If it's truly something that you want to pursue, this is exactly how you're going to do it. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope it taught you something, anything. Maybe it taught you nothing, but you still enjoyed it. That'd be awesome. Whatever it was, please comment down below. I would love to talk to you guys about anything that I discussed in this video. Maybe there's questions you have or things you want to talk about in the future. I guarantee that I will respond to you. And then additionally, turn that like button blue. It helps me a lot. Don't leave it gray. It helps me a lot. It helps the YouTube algorithm push this video out to more people so that hopefully I can help more people, and then you'll see more of these videos in the future. And subscribe, become a part of the channel so you don't miss another video that's going to help you as much as this one did. But anyways, that'll about do it for this one. Hope everyone's having a great day, and I'll see you next time.